Hello and welcome to Titanium Talos Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Cancer, okay? So this is for any planet or star you have in your chart under Cancer. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now I will be putting the decks I use in the description below. So no worries, and I will explain as I'm using them what I'm using. Okay? So first I'm going to start with Radleigh Valentine Fairy Tarot deck. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. And the first card is the Four of Autumn. Okay. Four of Autumn. Oh. Alright. So, next. Please, angels and guides. Second set, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers. Please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got the Nine of Winter. Nine of Winter. Okay. Yet again, we have the World at the bottom. The World. I'm going to place this here. Might be an interesting message. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers. Next card you got is the Ace of Spring, pointing towards the right. Okay. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share what else they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers. Nine of Spring in the upright. Okay. So now we clarify with the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Alright. I'm feeling kind of sluggish today. Got my vaccine yesterday. So that's that. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why the Four of Autumn has the World card behind it. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cancers. You got the Feline, the Filion, as well as the Friends at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Soul Shrinker, followed by the Singer of Intuition. Alrighty. So now we have the Nine of Winter. So, which also had the World at the bottom of the deck. Now I did not take out the World for the Four of Autumn, so I'm putting it for both. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why, oh why, is the Nine of Winter here with the World behind it. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got Unity, as well as, interesting, the Death card in the reverse, as well as She of the Croach in the reverse. That's interesting. I generally don't put cards in the reverse. ecstasis in the upright, and the bright mother in the reverse. Okay. And I'm not gonna go through all my cards. So, please, angels and guides. Okay, so the third set starts off with the Ace of Spring. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone with the highest good or has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why the Ace of Spring is here for the third set. Please, angels and guides. And you have himself, with the Bodacious Bodak at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Dark Lady. And the Spirit Dancer. And Singer of the Chalice. And the Faeries, the Future in the reverse. And I'm going to stop at this point. Okay, so now for the fourth card, you have the Nine of Spring in the upright. So please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Cancers, please come forward and share why the Nine of Spring is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cancers. And you got Lattice Moon's Daughter with Los Cunas at the bottom of the deck, as well as Taum the Poet and the Laum in the reverse. As well as Mickle and Muckle in the upright, and the Fairy Godmother in the upright as well. Okay. So, alright, let us go. First set of cards, you have the Four of Autumn. Alright, so the Four of Autumn is manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance between a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those who are less fortunate. That will allow you to reach a completion of some sorts. Now, the World card talks of a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. When I see this card, I think of the hummingbird. Adieu. Now, the cards clarifying it are the Feline, which talks of getting it right, delayed completion, tidying up loose ends. So you want to get it right by helping others who have a little difficulty money-wise. Then you have, and so the people you're going to help are your friends who need some support and aid at this point. Next you have the Soul Shrinker. Now the Soul Shrinker, alright, talks of cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, and blessings. So I feel like you're helping them out. It's going to be a blessing to them. Or it might be a blessing to you because it will help you complete a cycle and start a new one. You know. Yep. Then you have the Singer of Intuition. Now the Singer of Intuition talks of perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. You are able to tap into a higher knowing, which is one of the reasons why you are like, okay, I feel like I need to help my friends because I have money and I can help them out. You know, this could be family as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be friends. I'm just saying. Now, the next card you have, alright, is the Nine of Winter. Now, the Nine of Winter says, unfounded fears, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. And seeing as I put the world behind both this and the Four of Autumn, alright, I feel like what is happening is you are helping someone monetarily, and that will in turn help them get out of this rut, this Nine of Winter, this battle of thoughts. You know, so it's gonna help. You are going to help them by easing their worries. Now you have unity in the upright. Now unity talks of union, mystical experiences, spiritual home. So you were able to tap into this intuitive strength because you have connected with your higher self, and in so doing, you have now a better grasp on what it is you need to do and what you're being called to. Next card is the Death card in the reverse. Now the Death card in the reverse talks of important change is being blocked. Now I don't know for whom this is. When important change is being blocked. Maybe from the person that you're trying to help, because it's going to take a little bit of time before they can get out of this funk that they find themselves in. Alright? It's not easy changing your thought patterns. It's not. So just be patient. But also remember that when you feel like you can't handle it no more, it's time for you to leave, because well, I mean, I personally had the experience myself, but I think I annoyed someone I worked with a little too much, and so at some point she couldn't take it any longer, so she's like, okay, look, I can't, when you're done, contact me back, but like, as this is going, I can't do it, because it's very important to it's a part of loving yourself, loving who you are, honoring yourself as well. You know, it's a very important part of it. So then you have She of the Cruach in the reverse. Now She of the Cruach in the reverse talks of archetypal energy blocked. I feel like referring to what I just said, you need a break from whatever this is you're working on, because it's definitely not going anywhere fast. You're at your end, at your wit's end with this, and it is better to leave just to come back to it at a later time, because if you don't, well, you're going to bring yourself down into the abyss. That is something no one wants. Okay, next you have ecstasis. Now, what was I saying about you leaving a situation because or else you'll be going into the abyss? You need to follow your bliss. You need to follow what makes you happy. And it is only by doing that that you will be able to get out of a funk, right? So go after what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what brings you ecstasy. And once you do that, lifting. Life. King and. Right. Difficulty. Okay. Difficulty giving or receiving nurturing. So I feel like you're going through this. Part of it could just be that you are at a place where you can no longer take this, and that's why this is coming out. You cannot help the other person because you yourself are compromised. And so that is the time where you need to leave, skedaddle, you know, in order for you to regain balance, and in order for the person not to be the other person to find their balance, because you can't help them if they don't want to help themselves. You can only show them the way, and if they don't take you up on your offer, well, then that's their problem, which was what happened to me. But in any case, next you have the Ace of Spring pointing towards the right. Now, cards pointing towards the right to me mean that they're happening quickly, or they're happening in the deep future. How deep a future, I have no idea, but all I can say is if you continue on the path that you are currently on, it will definitely materialize itself, is what I'm getting. Okay, so it says, it's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Yeah. When it was a very eye-opening situation for me to have this person tell me I can't work with you anymore. And it brought me down, and I was able to notice that I was the issue. And that it was time for me to leave this situation in order for both of us to stay sane. You know. And also that maybe her way of working with people, it was not the best for me. So I was like, okay, I need to bounce. And that is what I did. I bounced. Even though I was kind of reluctant to, but I did it anyway. And I think everything got back to equilibrium after that. Now, the first card is Himself, which talks of natural law, shamanic powers, life force, magic. So this is basically saying that you need to take action in order for you to tap into this energy. In order for you to leave a situation that no longer serves you, and for you to go to something that really does. You know. Next you have the Bodacious Bodak. Now the Bodacious Bodak, okay, it talks of meddling, tampering, sabotage, helpful, fixing. So it's not actual fixing, it's just superficially fixing, alright? But at the very end, it says order. So, as much as, leaving a situation is difficult, and when you're kind of headstrong like me, in certain situations, I'm like, well, they did me wrong, and blah, blah, blah. But in actuality, I was doing myself wrong. Right? But when I figured that out, I was able to find the order in which I should be working with others again. Okay. Then you have the Dark Lady in the upright. Now the Dark Lady talks of unconscious powers and wisdom, rituals, mysteries, secrets. So I figured out the secret that I was the actual one who was standing in my own power, in my own way. And that is how I was like, okay, excuse me, but it's time for me to leave. You know. Or actually, she told me, I can't work with you anymore. And I was like, okay, all right, I get it. Next, you have Spirit Dancer. Now, Spirit Dancer talks of self-expression, freedom, exploration. Now, as much as it pained me for me to stop working with her, because I thought that we made some headway, but, I mean, at some point, I feel like we needed to separate, because we need to stop working together, because we were no longer allowing each other to express ourselves freely and to explore the reality, which is what I noticed, which is if I follow a program completely to the T, alright, I might actually miss out on stuff that I should be doing, which is more in alignment with what I want. So that also is a benefit, which is I stopped so that I can pursue something else, which is more in alignment with what I want, right? Next you have the Singer of the Chalice in the upright. Now the Singer of the Chalice, okay, it talks of trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. Basically, you might not be really understanding why something is happening in the present moment, which was exactly why I didn't understand what was going on when this happened. But once I realize, okay, this is what needs to happen, this is, I'm sure in some way or other it's going to be helpful for me. It's also, I just need to trust. And the reason why it will help me will show itself in the long run, which is what I did, and I think that it did. Next, you have the fairies of the future in the reverse. Now, the fairies of the future in the reverse is ask the wise gnome king to point clear direction for you. So you don't know where you're going, you don't know how you're going to do this, you don't know how it's going to come to pass, but you just trust it. So as in, it's saying ask your higher self, ask your intuition, what is my next step? And then you should get an adequate answer. Now the next card is the Nine of Spring. Now the Nine of Spring, okay, it talks of protect the fruit of your labor, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. Now what I think this is saying is that you are embarking on something new, and you have to keep a close watch on what it is that you want to create in order to not fall prey to other people's suggestions. You know, when well-meaning people want you to follow them, when in reality you need to follow your own intuition. Okay? And by the way, I actually cut this out in the intro because it was taking too long. But we all have an intuition, and it's key that we learn how to use it. So check out the video I post on Monday for that, which talks about how to strengthen your intuition. Alright? Because without your intuition, you're kind of like a sitting duck, and that sucks. Now, the next card is Lattice Moon's Daughter. Well, the first card clarifying the Nine of Spring is Lattice Moon's Daughter. Now, Lattice talks of light cast and shadow, spiritual guidance, illuminations, riddles. If you trust, as we saw in the third set, okay, you will the path that you need to follow will definitely show itself to you. So things will be going smooth, well, not smoothly, it's going to take a little effort, but on your part, because it's a new cycle, but you'll definitely gain a lot out of it. Okay, then you have Los Gunas. Now, Los Gunas talks of discovery of self, sunken treasure, adventure. So in order for you to be able to fully understand what Lattice talks of, you need to you need to go within and to find your little nuggets to what it is, to how it is that you will be able to get to a ace. Stay in the Ace of Spring instead of moving directly to the Nine of Spring. You know, stay in the mentality of the Ace of Spring. Right? Then you have Taum the Poet. Now Taum, alright, talks of erotic energy, laughter, not getting into serious mischief, clear sight, and poetry. I feel like what this is saying is you're getting clear sight through Lattice, who is going to help you connect with your intuition. And I feel like that is what is most important. Then you have the Laum. Now the Laum, alright, talks of, the Laum is in the reverse, as you can see. Now the Laum in the reverse is, are you giving too much of you? Too much? Take care of you now. Are you giving too much of yourself? Take care of you now. Put your priorities in order. What is more important? That you stay on top of what you need to do, or that you make sure that you're healthy and such. Next, you have Mike the Myomancer. Now Mike, alright, talks of everyday blessings, mixed blessings. So basically, a way for you to get out of the Nine of Spring energy is to notice is to appreciate what blessings you already have in your reality. Okay? Yeah. And that will allow you to tap into the fairy godmother's energy. Now, the fairy godmother talks of gifts, talents, grace, helpful lessons. So, I mean, the 9 of spring is difficult energy. Alright, I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. But once you do these steps, as in you appreciate where you are currently and what you're seeing, okay, and what is actually happening in your life, and you be appreciative for all of it, even the nasty stuff, because the nasty stuff will actually give way to blessings in the long run. Once you do that, well, then you're on the right path to achieve what it is you want to achieve, which is great. So, my gorgeous Cancers, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I love comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Cancers, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time. By the way, my sister's a Cancer, and I have Cancer in my chart, so I love you all, and have a nice week, okay? Bye!